Hey everyone, Tony here from Psych'd on Baseball Cards with a mail day video. I have 3 packages in the mail. All of them are Hall of Famers from 1980 tops for the Hall of Fame PSA Set Registry that I'm collecting. So without any further ado, let's see what I got. First off, I have Tony Perez. Sorry about the glare and being upside down. Okay. So a little background on Mr. Perez. He was born in Cuba, played first base and third base, had a 23-year career. Played most of them with Cincinnati. He was nicknamed Big Doggy, and the Mayor of Riverfront. He was a key member of the Big Red Machine, along with Bench and Rose. He was the best in the 70s at driving in big runs for Cincinnati. While Pete Rose and Johnny Bench got most of the headlines, Tony Perez just quietly drove in 100 runs each year. In the 70s, he was second only to Bench in driving in runs. He had 954, Bench had 1,013. Perez had 7 100 RBI seasons. His career lifetime batting average was .279. He had 2,732 hits, 379 home runs, 1,652 RBIs, 7-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champion. Cincinnati retired his number 24. Okay, so that's Tony. Next up, we have Willie McCovey. Can't tell in the glare without looking back over here, but hope it's not too bad. So McCovey. I gave stats on McCovey in a previous video, but I'll give a few more here, mostly just some stories. He played 22 years, all but 3 of them with the Giants. He was the power-hitting first baseman and holds the record for most seasons played at first base. A sports writer once posted the question to Willie: suppose you're the manager. Imagine you're the manager of another team in a tie game with 2 outs in the 9th and nobody on. The batter is Willie McCovey. Now before I could finish, McCovey broke in. I'd walk him. Then he laughed. McCovey hit 3 pinch hit grand slams during his 18-year career. I'm sorry, he hit 3 pinch hit grand slams during his career, and 18 grand slams overall. A-Rod is the only one with more home run grand slams than Willie at 25. Bill James called Willie the 9th best first baseman in Major League history and wrote, if McCovey played in the 90s with the DH and the modern ballparks, he'd hit 800 home runs. Simply stated, McCovey was the most feared hitter in baseball. Hall of Fame manager Walt Alston said, when he belts a home run, he does it with such authority, it seems like an act of God. Hall of Fame manager Sparky Anderson said, if you pitch to him, he'll ruin baseball. He hit 80 home runs. There's no comparison between McCovey and anybody else in the league. In pitcher Jim Bouton's classic Ball 4, there's a passage where he writes, a group of terrorized pitchers stood around watching McCovey hit batting practice. McCovey would belt tremendous line drives over the right field fence. Every time a ball bounced into the seats, we'd make little whimpering animal sounds. Hey Willie, I said, can you do that whenever you want? He didn't even crack a smile. Just about, he said, and he hit another one. More little animal whimpers. Willie is one of only 29 players in baseball history to have played in Major League Baseball in 4 different decades, and one of only 4, along with Ted Williams, Ricky Henderson, and Omar Vizquel, to hit a home run in 4 different decades. So there you have it. That's McCovey, one of the most feared hitters in baseball, and I had the pleasure of seeing he and Willie Mays play several times at Candlestick Park. All right. And next up, we have Hall of Famer Jim Palmer in PSA 9. Might wanted to add that I was trying to get Tony Perez in a PSA 9, but I could not find one. And I've been looking for quite a while, so I finally bought the 8 because it looked really nice, and it is. It's pretty well centered, and the corners look good. So here's Jim Palmer. He's a PSA 9. And little history on Palmer. He's a right-handed pitcher who played all of his 19 years with Baltimore. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1990. He was nicknamed Cakes because he liked to eat pancakes before he pitched the game. He won 186 games in the 70s, the most wins in that decade by any pitcher. He also won at least 20 games in each of 8 seasons. He is also one of the rare pitchers who never allowed a grand slam or back-to-back home runs. He appeared in 8 postseasons. He is the only pitcher in the history of the Fall Classic with a win in each of 3 decades, the 60s, 70s, and 80s. He is also the youngest to pitch a complete game shutout in the World Series. He had a career 268, 152 won-loss record, 286 ERA, and 2,212 strikeouts. He was a 6-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champion, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, 4-time Gold Glove Award winner, 3-time AL leader, 2-time ERA leader, and pitched no-hitter against my A's in '69. So there you have it. I'm not sure if I showed the back of this card, but I'll show it again. And I have a few more cards to go in this set registry. Most of them are, well, all of them are cards that have been difficult to find, and especially the PSA 8 or 9. 10s are just really expensive. And the ones that I'm missing most of are the team photographs with the manager in the corner, the All-Star manager, and those are, I just haven't been able to find them slabbed or not, or just a lot of raw cards. So once I find them in a decent grade, I will pick them up. So until then, next time, hope you're all having a good day and continue to have one, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.